I knew I was coming into Germany, but I didn't know like when I was actually moving. Okay. So while I was waiting to make the move over here, then I was looking at job opportunities.
Okay.
But as a teacher, they usually have like a certain months of when they hire for the new year.
In Germany.
Yeah, in Germany. Yeah. So with the international schools, it's a bit different. But I decided to just go ahead and move to Germany because my boyfriend was here. And I got my visa here. And while I was waiting for a visa, that I was looking for work here.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. And how long have you been here now?
Nearly a year. Yeah.
Okay, that's quite some time.
Yeah. So the past few years, I did many jobs. So
okay.
Yeah, and then
so while you were here.
Yeah, so I was living in Hanover. I did a few mini jobs. I also did like the German A1, A2 course. Yes, okay. And I did get offered a job, but then Corona happened. Yes, and then I thought maybe because now it was the time to look for work for international schools as school starts this month. So yeah, I was lucky. I found one.
Okay, yeah. Cool. And how do you like it so far here?
Yeah, I like it. It's very international, I guess. Yeah. I just moved to Berlin this month, so I am starting to settle down. But my time in Hanover was great. Yeah. We had little meetups. You get to meet up with people. Okay. I also did the tandem partners. Yeah, so that was good for German. Yeah,
definitely. And how would you say your German is now?
I still need to practice, and I would like to continue. So my plan is maybe in 2 months go back and do B1 courses.
But, I mean, I take it that you can exchange like pleasantries, greetings.
Yes, yeah.
I don't know, maybe go grocery.
Yeah, so all the little basic things to survive in Germany. Yeah.
I mean, I think with the language thing. What I tell people most times, it's really about the interest. If you don't have the sincere interest to learn the language, then I think you would have all the opportunities. And personally, from my own experience, I think Germans, they are very nice and open when it comes to the language.
Yes.
So when you speak, even though it's not so correct, you don't get that feeling that you're saying what's not really correct. You just flow.
Yeah.
So maybe I feel like that has two sides in the sense that you flow thinking you really flow well when you're basically saying trash sometimes. And on the other hand, you feel confident that the little you know you can actually practice it.
Yes. Yeah. It's just going out there and practicing. I think that was my first.
Yeah.
It was just really hard, but then after that, then it was great. People encourage you.
Yeah, definitely. People encourage you. And then you hear every now and then, like, people ask you, how long have you been in Germany? And you'll be like, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, and they'll be like, and you speak German like this, and you're just like, really? I mean, are you serious now? Or are you just teasing me?
Yeah.
Great. So, but why Germany exactly? I mean, you mentioned your boyfriend is here, and that's is that the sole reason, or maybe some other things prompted you?
Also because of where I'm from. So back in Australia, my city, for teachers, it's very competitive. Okay. So for me, I would have to go out to the outback, so go to like smaller schools, and do that for 2-3 years. To get my permanency, but I decided I wanted to go to Europe. And then I was in London first, and now I'm in Germany, and I find that it's a lot easier to get like full-time with teaching. Back home it's quite competitive, and it's very hard to get contracts.
For real?
Yeah.
Well, I think they pay more in Australia than Germany.
Yes.
But you spend more also.
Yeah.
You get paid more, but then you spend more money. And in London, how was it in London?
London was great.
How long were you there?
2 years.
Okay.
Yes, so London, it was great. They really need teachers there, so it was very easy to get a job there. And I did miss it. I didn't want to leave, but yeah, I just thought the next step was Germany.
Okay, great. So could you just, I don't know, maybe like highlight the process, like how did you start, what did you have to do, and how did it all go? Like, was there an open application that you sent to, or how was it?
I'll start with the jobs. With the jobs, usually with international schools, sometimes they have like the school fairs, so you can go to the school fairs and meet like the principals, and also give out like your resume and sometimes like a teacher portfolio. But then there's other schools that do a bit differently, so all the application is online. And then you get invited to an interview, and you get invited to the school, and you have to do like a demo lesson. And then they take.
So what if you don't live here? I mean, so you're gonna fly all the way from
sometimes they ask you to film. So if you're teaching in another school back home, then you have to film like yourself teaching the class. Or sometimes you just have to make sure your references are really good.
Really talking about teaching. After my master's study, someone really recommended that to me. He was like, why look for a job in the science field and stuff? You could actually teach, and they pay very well. According to him though, they pay very well. And also you get 6 weeks holiday every year. So ordinarily, you don't. I think the maximum you get in regular companies is 30 days. So, but if you are a teacher, you would always get the 6 weeks summer vacation. And he was like, "That's really great." You don't get this, but and not just. I think for every break that the kids have, you also have that break.
It's good. I can just say teachers work really hard, so those 6 weeks are well deserved that they need it. You need that time to rest. That's it.
So what do you teach exactly?
I teach primary school, so year ones. Every subject, so English, math, science, history, art. Sometimes we have specialists for music and sports, so you don't need to do sports.
How old are the kids?
The kids will be 6 or 7. 6, 7.
I mean, I'm just thinking, how I could do that. I mean, I like kids, I play with kids and stuff, but it's a different thing playing with 1 or 2 kids. And then like spending the whole day with them. That's, I don't know. How long have you been teaching?
Probably around 3.5 years. So I actually just started when I moved to London. That was my start. But I enjoy it. You just need to have a lot of energy.
You need to have a lot of energy. That's the key, right? To have a lot of energy. Great. I mean, I think for most of my viewers and most of the people I come in contact with, I don't know, I haven't heard anyone who has interest in teaching. So most of them, it's like other kind of professional jobs. I don't know, maybe like IT, life science, engineering, and all the likes. But generally, I just feel like it's important to know that the opportunities is out there. You know, wherever you are, if you want to migrate for whatever. How would I even say it? If you want to migrate to another country, it doesn't really matter which field it is. If it's teaching, if it's engineering, if it's I don't know, in medical doctor or stuff. The opportunities are out there. And you just have to, I don't know, maybe connect to the same people, hear what other people have to say, and make the move. And in Germany, especially, the way I know from things I've seen and also read, I think they have this trend of how would I say, a decrease in the labor force. So it's like, if you see the population of Germany, they have more older people than the young forces, than the young people. Yeah. So it's like, there's really this need for international talents. And maybe that's why the employment system here is a bit favorable compared to other countries. Mm-hmm. This is what I imagine, theoretically speaking, because I feel like the employment system here really encourages people to work and also encourages foreign professionals. In your school, you get sick leaves, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. And I mean, I take it you also have you have the 6 weeks breaks and all these other things. Yeah. And I feel like the employees here, or rather the employers here, they really treat their employees good.
Yeah.
And I think they have a lot of rights and stuff. Yeah. Do you think, is it the same for you too?
I think it's the same for me so far, yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Like, I mean, if I would wake up in the morning and I don't feel so good, it's alright to call and say, I don't feel so good today, I think I'm going to rest. And it's okay. Yeah. But would you say it's the same in Australia and other places you've been?
In Australia, yeah, I think it's exactly the same.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought that. Yeah. And in London, from my experience, yes, I guess it was a bit depending on your contract, but
it depends on your contract. Yeah, it really depends. And I mean, I've had friends who'll be like, you just call in sick, and some will be like, there's a maximum number of times you can get sick. After that, you can't get sick. You just have to work. Mm-hmm. I feel like the system here really encourages people to, of course, it does encourage you to work, but it also puts you first, like that you as a worker, you really need to take care of yourself, be strong, be healthy, and not just all about work.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? So there's always this time to rest, and then support, and also the social system, in that after working for a certain number of time, and if for some reason you lose your job, I mean, when you work, you pay this little contribution, taken from the tax and stuff. But I feel like that's a nice support for if you just lose your job for whatever reason, that at least there's something for you to fall back to.
Yeah.
And just, how would I even say, that you don't lose your job and then the next day you're not sure where to start from. But at least for the first 1 year or so, that you're sure, okay, you're going to be having some money. It might not be 100% what you usually earn, but at least I think it ranges between 65 to 70%.
Okay, yeah.
And I think that's great.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
You're not stressed.
No, exactly. You're not stressed, and you, how would I even say it? You're relaxed. Not necessarily relaxed, but you have peace of mind. You know, if something happens, there's something to fall back to before you can rise up again.
Exactly. Yeah.
And from my own experience, like after my studies, before I got the job, I didn't even know about it. I didn't know there was also this option for you to be supported by the government, and they help you look for jobs. And if your German is not so good, they put you in a school where you learn, and they basically pay for everything.
Yeah.
And so I would say I enjoyed that privilege, but it took a while before I knew that. I told about it. I was just busy applying to jobs myself, doing everything myself, until someone told me about that opportunity, and then I went to the office and then told the lady. And before then, I already could speak German to some extent, because while studying, I was also working alongside, and I really had the interest. And I studied in a small city, so it was very easy to interact with the locals. And so my study was conducted in English language, but I had interest in the language, so I was interacting with the locals. Also, I had mini jobs that I was doing, and so I think before the end of my studies, I could already, speak German, like have a normal conversation with people, talk trash and stuff. So then I got the voucher for, I think, to learn German, like B2 level or so. And while I was doing that, I was also I had a coach, like a mentor. Someone would tell you, okay, this is how you apply, this is how the German companies are, you need to prepare your application like this and like that. And when you go for the interview, this is how you talk, this is how you dress. I think just
very
good. So I think that really helped me between that time. And what I feel like every now and then, it's not everyone knows about this, you're on the system, but you don't know that you have this kind of opportunities for you, and you're just there on your own doing your own things.
I think that's what I found when I moved. I like trying to look online, like what do people do, what's happening, how do I find a job, and I'm just happy that we found information.
But do you have a lot of friends around here?
In Hanover, yeah. So that's how they helped me because they're from here, and that's how I knew what to do.
Okay.
But without that, then I probably would have been lost.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. I mean, I always encourage people like to be open and talk, meet up. Back then, I used to attend a lot of meetings, meet up randomly, and just talk. Some night, you just go back home and you be like, what did I do? But every now and then you just meet one or two people and then you just share something that you feel like, okay, this thing is really, really valuable. Other times you just end up drinking beer, which is also not so bad. But at the end of the day, I think interacting and also like networking with people and just being open to embrace not necessarily the system per se, but just having that mindset to be ready to learn new things and things that you do not know before and all that. Yeah.